So guys, this is my weekly report for the 16th. So I want to give you a little idea of what I've done this week. A couple of days I've been up here at Marietta, and I had a couple clients up here and showing them how to read their electronics. And we went after crappie. So we did really well. That was actually yesterday. And then today, look what we got. Cut some slabs. We've been catching a lot of these crappie. They got all the bait fish pushed into the back of the coves. You know, the spawn's over with. These are all spawned out. So they're just feeding on a lot of shad right now. So anyway, get back to the report. I'm here with Dave today and Denise, and we caught over 100 crappie. But getting on to the report now, the weather's been really bad, and you know, if guys could get out and go chase some bluefin, they probably would, but it's been really rough out there. So haven't heard a whole lot, but as soon as the weather calms down, I'm sure a lot of guys are going to start going out there. And as you know, the 20 Phantoms for rock fishing has opened up in the San Francisco Bay Area. Read the regs and make sure you understand which ones you can keep and what you can't keep. Dungeness crab season still open. I think it closes in June. You could check the regs on that. You know, it's just all about whether you can get out. It's just been kind of bumpy lately. So we're going to go inside the bay. And one of the best things going on right now is the halibut fishing. Like I've been telling you guys every week, the bait receiver is not open yet. So you got to use tray bait. And you should firm them up by putting them in a Pro Cure. They make a Pro Cure that firms them up. You could put a little water in it and then just dump your tray bait in there and then use them as the day goes on. It hardens them up. They can't rip them off as easy. Use the rig. You know, I did the videos last year. You could check out the videos how I use a octopus hook and then a little treble hook as a stinger. When you're trolling, you could use a dodger. If you do, I would probably use 8-inch or the spinning rotating one, or you don't need any at all. Just use a 3-way, and I use about a foot dropper to 24-inch dropper and a 4-foot length leader, and just troll it. And a lot of the fish earlier were being caught in South Bay, but now I heard they're up in the northern end, the Central Bay. They're catching them, so you could catch halibut pretty much anywhere in the bay, as long as you don't have these minus tides. If you get the minus tides like we had this last week, it's a little bit more difficult. So anyway, you come in a little closer. Sturgeon fishing has been pretty good. The sturgeon bites have been good. But all the guys, most of the guys that guide sturgeon pull their boats out and they're actually in the bay doing halibut fishing. But there is a few, Zach and with he goes after sturgeon all the time. He's still going out after him. He's still doing really well. And then other than that, coming inside the stripers, they're stretched out from Calusa to Rio Vista. I've been doing really good spooning. Earlier in the week, I was up in Liberty bass fishing. So I asked the client, you want to go try some stripers? And we had a phenomenal day. And we were catching them in about 8 inches of water. And these fish were from 5 to 8 pounds, 10 pounds might have been the biggest. But you could actually see the wake and throw ahead of them with a swim bait and catch them. But the striper bite's been good. Spooning off of 3 miles has been really good. Some of the guys are throwing West Bank, but it's been so rough, and it's just getting out there has been a little bit of a problem. But other than that, the bass fishing in the Delta has been really good. I took out a guy the other day. We caught quite a few fish. It was blowing probably 25 miles an hour, and we probably had about a 15, 16-pound limit. So the bass bite's been pretty good. We caught them on spinner baits and chatter baits because it was blowing so hard. You couldn't even throw a single because it would just drift off. And the lakes, Don Paganelli's been doing good up at Berryessa, and Folsom's been good. I'm sure you could catch them anywhere. Clear Lake's been off the hook. I'm sure you could go to any of the lakes right now and do real well. So the trout fishing, Berryessa's been good. Nate's still been catching a lot of them doing that speed trolling. I know all the other lakes in the mother lode have stopped stocking, so they're not stocking the plants anymore. So, you know, the trout fishing, and it gets warmer, it's going to start dying off here pretty quick. Crappie fishing, excellent. You know, we're up here at Berryessa, and you know, we're in anywhere from 10 feet to 15, 20 feet, and we're catching the heck out of them. And I heard they're getting them at Clear Lake. They're getting nice ones. A lot of them are still on beds. I noticed the ones here at Berryessa, they're already done. They're spawned out, but there's abundance of them because all the bait fish have finally moved shallow. And getting back to Nate, he's been catching a lot of trout. Kevin Fogel was up here catching a lot of king salmon. He's been catching a lot of them in anywhere from 30 down to 50 feet. New Malones for kokanee. That's been the hot spot. You want to catch a lot of, go to Buller's Bar. The bite's really good up there. If you want to catch kokanee, I would head up to Buller's Bar. Pardee, Roger was up at Pardee the other day and looked like he had half and half trout, half kokanee. So the bite's pretty much going on. My she lives up in Truckee, and she got in a stampede last week. She went a couple times in her kayak and caught limits really easy. So that's probably one of the next places I'm going to be heading up to. You know, get out my kokanee gear and head up in the mountains. A little bit cooler. Fish are, to me, they're a lot better tasting because I guess the water is a lot cooler up there. But other than that, you know, fishing in general, you know, with all this water we have, it's been really good. So you could pretty much go out and catch any kind of fish that you want to catch. You know, if you guys are out on Saturday morning heading out fishing, you can tune in to 1140 on the AM dial. I'm on California Sportsman's, and I'm on Ultimate Bass 2 with Kent. And if you want to hear, if I hear any newer reports or anything in the next couple of days, you know, I'll tune in and I'll dial you guys in. Other than that, Gone Fishing Marine, if you need any, if you want to buy a boat or you need repairing or you need electronics, just give Mark Blatton a call over there and tell him I sent you over there and he'll treat you well. So if you like this video, hit that like, please subscribe, and if you have a comment for me, leave me a comment. Also, guys, I'm doing that consulting on electronics, and I've been just crazy busy. And all the customers I've taken out, it's really amazing how much, you know, everybody just turns it on and leaves it on automatic. And these guys, I've been going out, tutoring them, showing them, and at the end of the day, they're just shaking their head, not believing. Because they, you know, I have guys told me, oh, I haven't seen a fish on this thing. And we go out there and I do some adjusting, see the fish, and actually catch the heck out of the fish. So anyway, you want to leave me a comment, just, you know, drop me a note. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.